My heart hurts. It feels so heavy in my chest. I dedicate today's practice to my sweet Coco. Thank you so much for coming into my life when I was only 10 years old. These past 11 years with you have truly been the best. You have been my blessing.
Thank you.
I can't thank you enough, Coco. I'll see you again one day. Rest in peace, sweet girl. I love you. Hey y'all, welcome to a funky, fun, creative power class. If you're new here, my name's Maya. I'm so glad you decided to show up today. When you're ready, find a comfortable seated position. All you are going to need is a yoga mat, a sweat rag, because of course I sweat like crazy, and a water bottle. Awesome! Today we are going to get started on your back. So when you're ready, meet me there on your mat. Let's go! Settle in on your mat, relax your shoulders, pull them away from your ears, relax your toes, maybe place your hands on your tummy, and begin to lengthen your breath. Deep inhales through your nose and deep exhales out through your mouth. Try your best to elongate your breath as much as you can. The slower the better. Begin to take notice of how your body is showing up today. How do you feel? Are you feeling maybe pain in your back? Are you feeling achy in your shoulders? Are your hips tight? What is it that your body is telling you today? Take notice of how you feel so that hopefully at the end of this class, you can take notice of how much better you feel. Sometimes we get so caught up in what we need to do after practice. Take this time to be present in the moment and feel into your body. This practice is going to be so healing. I'm glad you're here. When you're ready, bring your left knee into your chest for a tight hug. Begin to take ankle rotations going in one direction and take it in the opposite direction, waking up your ankles. Beautiful. With your left hand on your knee, allow it to open up to the side as you glance over your right shoulder. Bring your knee back in through center and take a twist, allowing it to fall over your opposite hip. Glance over your left shoulder. Try your best to keep your shoulders grounded here. If your knee is hovering above the ground, that is perfectly fine. Keep your shoulders grounded. Untwist, bring your knee back to center and switch it out. Right knee comes into your chest. Begin to take ankle rotations in one direction. When you're ready, go in the opposite direction. Allow your right hand to guide your knee over to the side as you open your hip. Glance over your left shoulder. Bring your knee back to center and take a twist, glancing over your right shoulder. Remember, keep your shoulder blades grounded, and it's perfectly okay if your leg is floating. Untwist as you bring your knee back to center. We're going to begin to take some switches here. Bring your opposite knee in and keep switching. To build some heat here, allow your legs to continue to float. If you would like a little more, go ahead and lift your shoulder blades as you tuck your chin into your chest. Keep bicycling out your legs. You're doing so good. Keep going for 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Straighten out your left leg, maybe grabbing behind your ankle, your calf, or your thigh. If you want a little bit more, bring your shoulder blades up and maybe you can get your nose to touch that knee. Release your left leg and switch it out. Right leg comes in straight. Grab behind your ankle, your calf, or your thigh. Yogi's choice. Maybe you lift your shoulder blades up and get your knee to touch your nose. Beautiful job, regardless of if you're touching your knee or not. Switch out your legs one at a time. You can either keep your shoulder blades up or down. You have the option to keep your legs straight or you can take the bent switches. Completely your choice, your practice. Tuck both knees into your chest for a tight ball. Maybe rock side to side through your lower back. Release your feet down to the mat, about hip width distance, and lift up strong for a bridge pose. When times get tough, come back to your breathing. Take 2 to 3 deep cycles of breath. Fantastic job. Release your hips down to the mat and grab the outsides of your feet for a happy baby pose. If you can't quite reach your feet, you can also grab the back of your thighs. Maybe rock side to side here. Release your happy baby, stamp your feet down to the mat strong, and lift your hips up for bridge pose number 2. Hold your sturdy bridge or begin to pulse your hips up and down. Your left palm goes up to the sky. Pull on your fingertips for a slight stretch through your forearm. Release your hand and release your hips to the ground. Take your version of happy baby pose. It's up to you if you rock side to side. You can always stay still. Release your happy baby. Bridge pose number 3. You are so strong. Begin to pulse your hips if that's in your practice today. Your right palm goes up to the sky and pull down on your fingertips for a stretch. Hold your hips sturdy for 2 cycles of breath. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. One more time. Deep inhale. Exhale out all your air. Release your fingertips, release your hips, and find your happy baby. Release your happy baby. Tuck your knees into your chest for a tight ball. Begin to rock up and down through your spine, rocking and rolling. If this is not in your practice today, go ahead and meet me in box pose. Last roll, pull through for a box pose. Let's take our classic inhales and exhales. Inhale, chin tailbone up. Exhale, round your spine like a cat. Inhale, chin tailbone up. Exhale, round. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Elongating your breath. One more. Inhale, glance up. Exhale, round your spine. Push down into a closed-legged child's pose. Walk your hands to the left side of your mat, taking a side body stretch. Continue your deep inhales and exhales, breathing into your side body. Walk your hands through to center and over to the opposite side. Keep breathing. Walk your hands back to center. Inhale for a kneeling mountain pose. Reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, goalpost out your arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, kneeling mountain. Exhale, open your chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Do the same thing or bring your hands in your back pockets as you lean back, opening up your neck. Use your core to rise you up and down to your child's pose. Inhale your mountain pose, maybe taking a baby back bend again. Do what serves you today. Open up your heart, open up your neck, and lean back. Engage your core, exhale to your child's pose. Deep inhale as you come up for a kneeling mountain pose. Your variation, what would you like to do? Maybe you're taking the full version of camel by reaching back for your heels. Whatever shows up in your practice today is perfect. You're doing great. Don't forget to breathe. One more cycle of breath. Engage your core as you sit up. Find a box pose. Round your spine like a cat. Tuck your chin in. Round, round, round. Beautiful job. Maybe coming up on your fingertips. Walk your fingers over to the left side, still keeping that rounded spine. Walk your hands back to center and over to the right. Keep your cat back. Tuck your chin. Beautiful. Walk it back to center. Tuck your toes and meet me in your first downward facing dog. Bend your knees one at a time, pedaling out. Get comfortable here. Take movements that are pleasing to you in your downward facing dog. Bring both of your heels down to the mat and begin to come up and down on your tippy toes, warming up your calf muscles. Inhale on the lift, exhale as you lower. Keep going with your breath. Tippy toe to the top of your mat and take a forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you rise up, arms coming up overhead, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, deep breath, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. As you exhale, step or hop back to your plank. Bend your elbows for Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Take 2 deep cycles of breath. I put something kind of funky in our yoga flow today. Allow me to demonstrate. You're going to come up for a 3-point down dog and then allow your leg to come over to the side. You're going to go back to center and over to the side. The goal here is to keep your foot even with your hip. Try your best to keep your hips even with each other. Wait for it gets better. When I say pulse, your leg will be over to the side and you will pulse it up and down to the ceiling. We are definitely going to get yoga booties today. When you're ready, 3-point down dog, right leg lifts up. Option, bring your leg over to the side and back to center. Over to the side, the big toe side of your foot is reaching towards the mat and back to center. Bring your leg over to the side and pulse, pulse, pulse. They don't say yoga booty for nothing. Back to center, 3-point down dog. Pull your knee through for a kneeling crescent pose. Inhale your arms reaching up to the sky. Exhale, straighten your front leg, forward fold. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, halfway split, flex your foot. Inhale, rise your arms up overhead. Exhale, flex your foot. Stay here or walk your hands over, bringing the pinky toe edge side of your foot down. Walk your hands back to center. Inhale as your arms come up, finding a kneeling crescent pose. As you exhale, release your hands down to the mat and walk your back foot in for a pyramid pose. Pull your right hip back and your left hip forward. Your left foot should be at a 45-degree angle and your right foot should be facing forward. Balance challenge. Take a twist. Your left hand goes to the outside of your foot as your right arm reaches up to the sky. Glance down for more balance, or for a challenge, glance up at your floating arm. Release your twist. Bring both of your hands down to the mat. Your back leg lifts all the way up to the sky for a standing split. Keep your hands on the mat or wrap them around your ankles for another balance challenge. Release your floating leg for a high knee balance. Your left knee should be bent and your right leg is supporting you. Bring your ankle down onto your knee and slowly begin to bend into your standing leg, taking a figure 4 seated position. Flex your left foot so you can protect your knee. Inhale, reach your arms up, high knee balance. Release your foot as you exhale, find your chair pose. Yogi's choice, keep your hands at heart center or reach them up to the sky. Either hold your chair or begin to pulse your hips up and down. Keep breathing, you're doing so good. One more cycle of breath. Deep inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, straighten your legs. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten your spine. Jump back to your plank as you exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find child's pose or stay in your down dog. Take 2 cleansing cycles of breath. Release excess heat through your mouth. Inhale your left leg up, 3-point down dog, flex your foot. As you exhale, bring it out to the side, even with your hips. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale to center. Bring your leg out to the side and begin to pulse. Let's get that yoga booty. You got it. Keep going. Bring your leg back to center and step through kneeling crescent lunge. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, flex your foot. Halfway split. Inhale, kneeling crescent, reach up. Exhale, halfway split. Inhale, reach. Exhale, split. Stay here or walk your hands to the left side of your mat, bringing the pinky toe side of your foot down. Walk your hands back to center. Deep inhale as you reach your arms up, kneeling crescent pose. Exhale, bring your back foot in, pyramid pose. Your back foot is at 45 degrees and your front foot is facing forward. Optional twist. Right hand goes to the outside of your foot. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Either glance down at the mat or glance up for an extra challenge. Pull your left hip back and your right hip forward. Unwind your body, release your twist. Back leg goes all the way up to the sky, standing split. Keep your hands on the mat or take a balance challenge. Get your hands around your ankle. Awesome job. It helps if you find something to focus on. In yoga, we call your focus your drishti. Find a drishti as you come up for a high knee balance. Left leg is supporting you, right leg is up. Flex your foot as you bring your ankle down to your knee and slowly bend into your supporting leg. Figure 4 seated position. Hands are at heart center. Release your figure 4, high knee balance. Release your foot down to the mat. Find your chair pose. Your hands are at heart center or they're reaching up above head. Begin to pulse your hips up and down, building some heat in your legs. Pulse for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hop, step, or jump back to your plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take one deep cycle of breath. Inhale your right leg up to the sky, 3-point down dog. As you exhale, bring your leg out to the side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the side, back to center. Keep breathing. Exhale your leg out to the side and pulse, pulse, pulse. Back to center, step through, kneeling crescent. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, halfway split. Inhale, up. Exhale, split. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, flex your foot. Walk your hand to the outside of your foot for an IT band stretch. Walk your hands to center. Inhale, big reach up. Exhale, pyramid pose. Optional twist. Left hand goes to the outside of your foot. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Glance up if you can. Release your hand. Standing splits. Left leg is lifted. High knee balance. It's okay if you need to use the floor for balance. Hands to heart center and take a figure 4 seated chair position. As you inhale, big reach up, high knee balance. Exhale down to your chair pose. Begin to pulse your hips up and down. Keep pulsing, or level 2, get a little funky with me. Rock and roll on your back and see if you can get up without using your hands. Good job. Can you do it again? Rock and roll and pop all the way up. Awesome. So either you're at level 1 or level 2. Level 3, rock and roll. Come up to your chair pose and take a hop. Boop. Awesome dog. Chair pose. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, hop back to your plank, Chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Take 2 deep cycles of breath. Meet me in your down dog. Left leg lifts for 3-point down dog. Take your leg out to the side and back to center. Go back and forth or stay right here in your 3-point down dog. Remember, this is your practice. Take what serves you and skip what doesn't. Optional pulses out to the side. Awesome job. Bring your leg back to center, step through, kneeling crescent. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, flex your foot, halfway split. Inhale, reach. Exhale, split. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, flex your foot. Option, walk your hands out to the side, IT band stretch. Walk your hands back to center. Inhale, kneeling crescent. As you exhale, bring your back foot in, pyramid pose. Optional twist, right hand goes to the outside of your left foot as your left arm reaches up to the sky. Maybe you can glance up. Release your twist. Standing split top of the mat. Right leg should be lifted up in the sky. Inhale, reach your arms up, high knee balance, hands to heart center. And take a figure 4 chair pose. Remembering it's okay if you fall over. This is only a practice, not a performance. I'm going to go ahead and use this time to wipe off some sweat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale down, back to your chair pose, and begin to pulse. Pulse, pulse. Either keep pulsing or rock and roll to your chair. Keep doing this or add in the hop. Awesome. Whichever level that you chose is perfect for today. Listen to your body. One more time. Good job. Meet me in a chair pose. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Meet me in your down dog. Get there however you would like. Flow through or go straight to your down dog. Bend your knees, child's pose. Catch your breath and slow down your breathing. We're going to take a short break before we power through for the rest of the practice. Now would be a good time to wipe off any excess sweat and take a sip of water. Be careful to not drink too much water. Take your time, but when you're ready, meet me in your downward facing dog. We are meeting back in downward facing dog in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. One more time. Right leg lifts, 3-point down dog. As you exhale, step through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, halfway split. Arms reach up. Halfway split. Crescent lunge, reach. Step your back leg in, pyramid pose. Picking up the pace a little bit. Skipping the twist. Standing split balance. Inhale, high knee balance on the left side. Left leg is lifted. Hands to heart center. Take a figure 4 chair pose. Inhale your arms up, high knee balance. Exhale to your chair pose. Pulse your hips. Rock and roll to a chair pose or rock and roll with a hop. Do you, boo? Pick whichever level serves you best today. You are doing fantastic. Take what you need, skip what you don't. When you're ready, meet me in a chair pose. Deep inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Flow through or meet me in your downward facing dog. Down dog is technically a resting pose. Enjoy your rest. Take deep inhales and exhales. Left leg lifts up, 3-point down dog. Exhale, step your leg through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, halfway split. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, split. Inhale, reach. As you exhale, step in, pyramid pose. Skip the twist, standing splits. Right foot is up in the sky. Rise up, high knee balance, and take a figure 4 chair pose. Hands to heart center or hands above head. High knee balance, and find your chair pose. Pulse your hips, rock and roll to chair, or add your hop. Do what serves you best. You're doing great. One more, meet me in chair. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Flow through or meet me in your down dog. It's up to you. This is your practice. Walk your feet apart to be mat width and walk your hands back a little bit. One hand is going to reach for your opposite ankle and take a twist. Release your ankle, opposite side. Twist as much as you can. Release your ankle and walk your feet back to be a normal downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up, 3-point down dog, step through, kneeling crescent. Halfway split, kneeling crescent, pyramid pose. Good job. Standing split, left leg is up to the sky. As you inhale, come up on a high knee balance. As you exhale, take a figure 4 chair pose, hands into heart center. Inhale, high knee balance, exhale, chair pose, level 1, level 2, or level 3. One more time, meet me in your chair pose. Inhale, straighten your legs, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hop straight back to a plank pose. Hold your plank strong. As you exhale, find a downward facing dog. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Keep going, following along with your breath. Find your plank pose. Bend your elbows, Chaturanga. Straighten your elbows, upward facing dog. Tuck your left toes down to the mat. As you engage your leg, bring your knee off of the mat. Bend your opposite knee. Begin to push into the mat as you flip over, taking a wild thing. Bend your knees, bottom to the mat, reach between your knees. Inhale, wild thing. Bring your bottom down, reach with your arm, wild thing. Bend your knees, bottom down, reach, wild thing. Bring your bottom down to the mat and grab the outside of your left foot as your arm reaches behind for a twist. Your right foot can be planted on the mat or you can float it. One more breath. Release your feet down to the mat. Push up, wild thing. Round over, back into your 3-point downward facing dog. Right leg is lifted. Come down onto your forearms for a dolphin pose. Stay here with your leg lifted or bring your knee into your chest and extend it up to the sky. Keep going at your pace. As you bring your knee into the chest, exhale, and as you bring it out straight, inhale. Keep doing this or begin to take some hops. Maybe find some flight here. Maybe you can hold the inversion. Take child's pose when you're ready. Begin to elongate your inhales and your exhales. Okay, we're almost done. One more side to go. You're doing great. This would be a good time to wipe off any excess sweat and take a sip of water. Meet me in your downward facing dog when you are ready. Let's do this. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up to the sky, 3-point down dog, step through kneeling crescent. Reach up, halfway split. Kneeling crescent, halfway split. Kneeling crescent, step your back foot in, pyramid pose. Take a standing split at the top of your mat. Right leg is lifted up. Inhale up for a high knee balance. Bend into your figure 4 chair pose. Inhale, high knee balance. Find your chair. Level 1, level 2, or level 3. Pulse your hips. Rock and roll to a chair, or rock and roll to a chair with a hop. This is the last time. Power through. Find your sturdy chair. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hop, step, or jump back to your plank pose. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, down dog. Plank pose. Downward facing dog. Plank pose. Down dog. Good job. Plank pose, Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Tuck the toes of your right foot and engage your leg as your knee comes up. Bend your opposite leg. Push into the mat as you flip over for a wild thing. Bend your knees, come down to the mat, reach between your legs, push up, wild thing. Bottom down to the mat, reach, push up, wild thing. You're doing great. Bring your hips down, reach in between your knees, big push up, wild thing. Last time, come down to the mat, reach for the outside of your right foot as your opposite arm comes behind for a twist. Keep your opposite foot grounded or float it for a challenge. Great job. One more breath. Release your foot, push back up into your wild thing, round all the way over, back into your 3-point down dog, left leg is lifted up to the sky. Come down onto your forearms. Beautiful job. Stay here or begin to pulse your knee into your chest and straighten it back out. As your knee comes in, exhale, and as you straighten your leg, inhale. Stay here or catch some air. When you are done with playtime, meet me in a child's pose. Elongate your inhales and your exhales. The hard part of the practice is behind us. You did so good. If you need some water, drink some water, wipe off some excess sweat, and meet me in a child's pose. It's up to you if you want your knees to be together or your knees can be far apart for a hip opener. Lift your right arm up to the sky and thread the needle underneath your left armpit, bringing your right ear down to the mat for a slight twist through your upper body. Keep breathing. Your breath is so important. Your left hand can stay where it is, or you can wrap it around your lower back. Release your left arm from your lower back. Push up as your right arm reaches up to the sky. Release it down into your child's pose. Left hand reaches up and take an opposite twist. Your left ear finds the mat. Your right arm can stay where it is or drape it behind your lower back. Unwind your arms and push up into a box pose. Take your time as you slowly walk your knees back in to be stacked right underneath your hips. Stay here in your box or begin to walk your hands forward, finding either your forehead or your chin on the mat for puppy pose. I love puppy pose because it's a back bend and a chest opener, all at the same time. Slither yourself through onto your forearms for Sphinx pose. Box out your elbows and bring your left ear down to the mat. Bend through your right leg and take a twist. If your foot is floating, that's okay. You're still getting all the benefits of this twist. Keep breathing. Release your twist. Switch your ears, bend through the opposite leg, and take a twist. Untwist your body, come back to center, bring your palms by your rib cage, push up into a strong upward facing dog. Bend your knees and find a child's pose. At this time, you are welcome to take any additional stretches that you need to end your practice. When you are ready, meet me on your back for your final resting pose, Shavasana. It is completely up to you how you take Shavasana today. You can either have your legs out straight, or you can bring them in to be bent like mine. Your feet can be stacked under your knees, or they can be flared out and your knees can be in touching each other. Whichever version you take is perfect for your body. Do what feels best for you today. Another option is to have your feet touching and your knees can be out in a butterfly. A few options for your arms. Your palms can be resting on your tummy to focus in on your breath. Your palms can be resting on the mat to seal in your energy and find some grounding. Or your palms can be up to receive energy from today's practice. What is it that you need today? Do what feels best. Begin to deepen your inhales, filling up as much as you can, and exhaling out your air completely. Continue to breathe deeply. Take the deepest inhales and exhales of the day. If your mind has wandered off, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Take notice of how it feels to have a heart beating in your chest. Our hearts are constantly beating. I mean, if we're lucky. Without your heart, you would not even be alive right now. Let's just take a second to be grateful for our working organs in our body. Your body is beautiful and it keeps you alive. It homes your beautiful soul. Appreciate your body. Take notice of your heartbeat beating in your chest. Really feel each and every beat. Begin to invite some movement back into your body, wiggling your toes, wiggle your fingers. If your knees are bent, begin to windshield wiper your legs back and forth, taking turns bringing one knee to center at a time. Bring both of your knees into your chest and give yourself a big hug. Tuck your chin in and tight ball. Release your tight ball and find fetal pose on whichever side serves you best today. Take 4 to 6 deep cycles of breath to get in tune with your body and your surroundings once again. In your own time, begin to blink your eyes open and slowly put yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Let's take a few deep cycles of breaths to close out today's beautiful practice together. Maybe invite a smile across your face. Inhale, reach your arms above head. Exhale your hands into heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, take a slight twist, glancing over whichever shoulder. Inhale, your arms up, back to center. Exhale your hands to heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, opposite twist. Release your twist on an inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale your hands into heart center. One more cycle of breath. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, release your hands to the sides. Seal in this practice. Inhale, gathering up all of this energy. Exhale your hands into heart center, taking this beautiful energy with you throughout your day, with you throughout your week. My grateful heart honors and respects the light and love in each and every one of you. Namaste. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I truly hope that this practice has added beneficially to your day. Thank you so much for being here. Once again, I am extremely grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you. If you liked today's video, please give me a like. And also, please subscribe. Join the community. I would love to see you next time. I upload a new class every single Sunday. So if you would like to be notified every time a new class drops, please hit that bell button. Awesome. I'll see you guys later. Bye.